So why don't you introduce yourself to the people?
Well, hello, good peoples, my beautiful peoples. My name is Coach Chi. I am the founder and CEO of Prize and Shine Life Coaching and Mentoring. Also the founder of Empower Her Apparel. It is a way for me to uplift my teen girls and women through t-shirt and hoodie fashion. I'm also a model, and that's about it.
Like I said, proof, all of the things. So, Chi, when I met you, you had such a contagious spirit. You were like super vibrant, super positive. And so it's obvious to me that you have great relationships. So tell me, how do you build relationships? What does that look like for you?
Because I am my most authentic self in this season, it's very important that I build those types of relationships. So I gravitate towards people that are like me. I like to network a lot. So I'll find something similar to someone that has something like me, whether it's like a purse that I like or something. I'll just walk up to a random person and be like, "Oh, girl, I like that bag." And before you know it, we done made a whole professional connection, honey. So.
Right. So I hear you saying being friendly and being yourself. Now, question, follow up. Have you always been that way, or was it like a process for you?
I've always been friendly, but I haven't always been my most authentic self. And the reason being, I didn't really know who I was until like 3 years ago. So, and I'm 40. Fun fact about me. I was trying to be what I thought everybody else wanted me to be, this cookie cuttery corporate. I thought that's what my family wanted. I thought that's what they viewed as success. So I kind of geared more towards what the masses wanted. So.
That's powerful. It's powerful. Finding yourself is a beautiful thing. So when you think about COVID and social distancing and you're running your own business, like how are you finding time to keep that connection and stay close to the people that are important to you?
We check on each other. They have a lot going on with family and kids and their own businesses and whatnot, but we check in often. We have our little dates, our little Zoom calls and whatnot because of COVID and stuff. Girls night in, that type of thing. But yeah, we check on each other a lot. We allow each other to have our moments, our little venting moments and whatnot.
Are you wearing masks though? That is. Are you wearing a mask?
Yeah, of course I'm wearing a mask.
We're having girls night in. We're having slumber parties, and I'm like, oh, I'm so good.
We're wearing a mask. Come on, we're wearing a mask.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
All right. So people call you Coach Chi. Tell me more. Why is that?
Well, I am a certified life coach, positive psych. I've been certified for about 4 years now, and that's why they call me Coach Chi. And not only that, but it's very catchy. It's easy to remember.
So you talked about empowering young girls and teens and women. Tell me a little bit about that.
So, growing up, I grew up in a single parent household. I went through the whole fatherlessness thing and, seeking the wrong type of validation and love from the opposite sex, that kind of stuff. So I made some really not so smart decisions that, affect me even today. So teen girls is very near and dear to my heart. My mom was a teen mom. So again, it's very near and dear to me. They are our future. So it's very important that we pour the right things into them. Of course, our women, you guys are now. You're the reason why men exist. We are the neck, honey. I think we forget how much power we really have. We are the neck. So it is very important that I am able to pour into us until we're able to do it on our own. Because like I said, me growing up, even until 3 years ago, I didn't know how to do that. So
I love that. So you talk about today being your most authentic self, but it being a journey. So Brittany said in the chat, how did you find yourself?
Well, it started through counseling. I was going through a really bad end of the marriage. So we went to counseling together, and before you know it, he stopped going because it just didn't interest him anymore, and I started going on my own. And through revelations and a lot of tears and a lot of upsettedness, if that's a word, I figured some things out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I married this man for all the wrong reasons. Oh my God, I never knew who I was. I was hoping that he could help me, kind of thing. So yeah, through counseling first. It started with counseling. I had to swallow a lot of hard pills about myself. And then I had to forgive myself because I was basically in jail. I was carrying around a whole bunch of stuff, a lot of ill about my father and men and all that. But hey, at the age that I was at, these are choices that I have made. So I had to start holding myself accountable. But it started with counseling.
So I heard you say so many good things in there. Forgiving yourself. Like, tell me more about that. What did that look like? And really sort of as you started going to counseling, as you started seeking that healing, what were some of the aha moments? And then how did you start down that path to wholeness?
One of the aha moments that I had with forgiving myself was just like I said, just harboring over those feelings. Again, I wasn't able to grow as a woman or even as a human being because I was too busy holding myself hostage. I was too busy holding on to stuff that it made me upset that somebody had done. I mean, it was stuff from high school. Like, so even, while I was trying to forgive other people that done things to me, I had to forgive myself too, because like I said, I was in jail. Mentally, I was in jail, and there was no way that I could grow or move past that without letting it go.
So when you say you were in jail, did like in that moment, were you like, I am winning, I am doing great, meanwhile you're in jail? Or were you like, something's off, something's not right? Like, tell me like where your frame of reference was as you were having these revelations.
Mentally, I thought I was fine because I came out the womb this happy-go-lucky, just like basically what you see now was me 40 years ago. I've always been happy and just optimistic and all of that, but deep down, I was hurting and I was empty, and there were a lot of pieces that were missing, and I wasn't willing to deal with it head on. I just put happy on top of the mess. Yeah.
So you were wearing a mask.
Oh yeah.
And was that for you or was that for other people?
That was mostly for other people.
Tell me more, girl.
That was mostly for other people. Like, okay, so my mom, she knows me very well. So she knows when I'm upset or when something is bothering me, but even she couldn't see past all that. It wasn't until recent that she was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that you had an eating disorder. I didn't know that you suffer from low self-esteem. I didn't know. She didn't know any of those things because I wanted her to think that she was doing a great job, which she was, but there was still so much missing that she could never fulfill.
That's so deep. So many things. Okay, so do you feel like you took on baggage for your parent, or you took on baggage to like keep your family intact? Like, I'm curious, like what was behind that?
Because my mom was 16 when she had me, there was automatically in my psyche that there was this high expectation not to go down that path. Everybody assumed that I would be a teen mom because I was a product of that. So I put this extra pressure on myself to excel in everything and be this perfect daughter, this perfect granddaughter, this perfect niece. Nobody asked that of me. This is what I assumed they wanted, is because I knew what they expected out of me because of what she did. So,
Right. That's a heavy load to carry.
It is.
I mean, trying to be all of the things that's heavy. So like, what was the breaking point? What was like, okay, no mas, like something's got to give? What was that moment for you?
It was right around the time when my marriage was failing. I just really wanted to start living for Chi and discovering who Chi was. Not even Chi. Like, let's just take it back. Like, who is Chiquita? Like, I'm just gonna throw my government out there that I don't hardly use, okay? But like, who is Chiquita? Because I had no clue. And once I realized who I was and I started to embrace who I am, and I'm still learning more about myself, I started to care less about the thoughts of others. Not to sound brass, but I'm a priority, and I never was before. So yeah, they come second.
Girl, you keep hitting like all the points. Like, so good. So I want to go back to something you said about failing marriage. So for anybody who is on the line and struggling, you talk about how you fought through it and you tried. So like, if a person is on the brink of giving up, like, what would you say to them? Maybe to encourage them, maybe to help them hold on.
You know, I was married to that man for 7 years. We were together for 13. And even though the day of the wedding, I knew he wasn't my forever, I did it anyway.
Girl.
I did it anyway because, again, it was comfortable. It felt safe. I didn't want to start over. But I knew this man wasn't my forever. And even amongst all the lies and the cheating and the deceit and females calling my phone and the STDs and all of that, I was fighting for this. Because I didn't want to feel like a failure to myself. I didn't want others to feel like they failed. Oh, we done sat in there and been a witness at your stuff, and now you're getting a divorce. I was still worried about what other people thought. But the moment that it hit me in that counselor's office, I instantly did not care what anybody thought, because I was ready to become whole. I was ready to heal. It's very important to me.
Drop her some love in the chat, because she is
love.
It out for y'all benefit. So thank you for being so honest and so transparent. And you know what you said about like wearing masks, like, you know, people, I'm great, nothing's wrong, you know, and that is tiring.
Yes.
So thank you for helping us, and thank you for your honesty. So, okay, day of your wedding. Girl, help me. So you like, you knew he wasn't, but you like, I still got it. Like, so help me. And like, was it like a movie where you like looked over and you're like, he's not the one? Like, help, like, what was it?
Okay, so I was in love. I loved him. So I was in the moment of the day, because it's the day, you know, you're gazing into his eyes and you're dancing to your favorite song and all that. But in my mind, I was thinking like, what in the world did I just do? Because I knew he wasn't going to change. I was marrying his potential. I knew he wasn't going to change. And guess what? 7 years went by and it got worse. Like everything that I married, it doubled. It wasn't good. But back to your original question, like what advice would I give somebody who's trying to hold on? Definitely seek counseling. I don't know about anybody's faith on here, but praying to God for any type of confirmation or a sign or something. Just continue praying to God about what should your next step be. And even if he doesn't want to go to counseling, you go because you're going to get some things revealed to you about yourself. They may help in your decision for what's next. So, wow. Yeah.
So to see you in all of your exuberance, in all of your positivity. Okay, yes. It's amazing. And so you talk about having struggled with low self-esteem, and that is like just kind of mind-boggling. So what were the things that you did to like build your inner self up, and how did you kind of get out of that?
One of the things that helped is the modeling. Like it really has been a confidence booster for me. Like I have a little Beyonce moment. You know, she becomes somebody else when she hits the stage, and I definitely become somebody else when I put those beautiful garments on and that music hits me. Yeah. I turn into somebody else, even if it is for 20 seconds. And I'm allotted that 20 seconds, honey, and I take it all in. Right. Whether it's the photo shoot or a fashion show, I give it all that I have for that designer or for that photographer, because they're owed that. And then at the same time, I enjoy it. It comes like, it's second nature to me. So it's one of my very happy places.
So Chi, I've seen several comments saying thank you for your transparency. So we do appreciate this. And, you know, for the people who are looking and they're like, well, she can do this and she can do that. Do people ever mistake confidence for arrogance? And that was a question from the chat.
That's good. I haven't gotten that. I'm sure some people may think that, and that's fine. They can think whatever they want. I have never gotten that. But one of the biggest misconceptions about me is I think people automatically assume that I've made it. And I haven't made it. Like, I'm making it. That's a hard word. Like, I work every day. I work really hard, and I work on a lot of different things. There's a lot that you guys still don't know about that is in the, you know, it's still being mixed up and whatnot, but I haven't made it, y'all. I'm making it.
I love that. I love that. I mean, and Chi, you and I talked, you know, in preparation for this. I did a newsletter article this last time, and I talked about doing it afraid. And so you may not be comfortable, like you may not be like, oh my gosh, I got this, but it's literally like, keep doing it. So I'm with you on the making it. And I know we have some entrepreneurs on the line. So if you are making it yourself, just give me a clap emoji, give me something. So Chi, you talked about all, you know, some of the things that you have going on. Can you talk to us about your businesses and some of the efforts that you've been a part of in the community?
Yeah, so again, I am a life coach, so I do like speaking engagements and go to schools and women's shelters and whatnot. I used to do 1 hour, 2 hour individual sessions, but I gave that part up to kind of focus more on what I call collective coaching, which is kind of more speaking to the masses, where we're figuring things out together. It's not just me talking to one person in a room. We're figuring it out together. It's also another way for me to bring us women together collectively to network and just build each other up and pour into each other. Of course, I still have the t-shirts and the hoodies, and then I'm a huge philanthropist. Say that 3 times. So I love giving back to the community. One thing that I do every year is my laptop fundraiser, and every year I exceed the goal by 2. I double it every year. Won't do it.
Nice. What gave you the idea for that, or what was the inspiration?
Just coming from a single parent household, and my mom, she had a really great job. We weren't struggling, but I know it would have been easier had it been 2 incomes in the household. So just thinking about single moms all the time, or just single parents in general, or just parents in general that are trying to put their kids through college. And I just wanted to alleviate any type of stress that I could when they were putting their kids through school. So
I love that. I love that. How many years have you been doing that?
3 years.
Amazing.
Yes.
I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna launch a poll, y'all, and I want you to tell me what's the biggest challenge you're facing now. So is so much going on. Parents are at home doing the whole school thing, becoming parents, lunch ladies, you know, gym coaches, all of the above. So take a moment and let us know what's the biggest challenge you're facing right now. And somebody is shouting you out in the chat for your fundraiser. So
hey, who is that?
That is Miss Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Okay. It's like 45% of y'all have voted. I will wait.
The mama came out of
I do say that to my kids.
You about to make me vote. Shoot.
You ain't vote, Chi? Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to end the poll. And most people said all of the things. It's all hard, right? So for people who are dealing with COVID and feeling isolated, what would you say?
I know this is very heavy it's a very heavy time for all of us, and for some it's very difficult to find anything to be grateful for. But it's just that simple for me, honestly. Just waking up with a grateful heart, even if it's one thing that you can think of that you're grateful for, it kind of really sets the tone for the rest of your day. So
I love that. So a practice of gratitude.
yes.
I know people who will keep a gratitude journal.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends gave me one. Girl, I can't find it. So what I will I put it in my notes section, and I'll just try to find something. And you know who taught me that? My oldest daughter. Because when I will drive them to school, we'll pray. And she'll say, "Thank you, God, for all that is good." And I love that because it's an acknowledgement. Not everything is good, but something is good. And so for that good thing, like, I'm grateful. So I love that. And
I want to meet your daughters.
Girl, they
come
those
on.
are babies though. But I also think people are isolated. So, what do you say for people whose crew is not checking on them, or who are kind of getting lonely, or who feel, super isolated? What do you say to those people?
I feel like if their crew's not checking on them or they feel super isolated, maybe reach out to someone that they can trust and say, "Hey, I'm not great right now," or "I need to vent," or "I need to release right now." We, us as women, we're just so headstrong and so independent, and I can do it, and we just can't. We can't do everything all the time. I'm talking to myself too, okay?
Yes.
It's okay to say, "Hey, I need some help right now." Yeah.
I just put that in the chat because sometimes we can't do it. And that's okay.
We can't do it all. We can't do it all.
But I also hear you saying that some of it is on us to be proactive and to reach out and to, throw that white flag and be like, SOS, I'm not good, y'all.
Yes, we can't assume that people can read our minds or our energy. We can't assume that.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So I happen to love Sarah Jakes Roberts. She, girl, love her. I call her my best friend.
Okay.
She don't know it.
Okay.
I don't know it. But one of the things she talks about is like create. Like, COVID has been so challenging, and I think over 200,000 lives have been lost, and people have lost their jobs. So it is devastating. She said for some people, it has given the gift of time, right? And so I was listening to Michelle Obama, shout out to Forever First Lady, her podcast, and she talked about how COVID made her and her family reset. Like, they were on a treadmill. They were like going. And had it not literally been for the world stopping, they would have like kept up at that pace. So kind of like, how would you respond to that? What are your thoughts?
Well, I haven't really slowed down that much.
It doesn't apply to me.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but I have not really slowed down that much. I mean, I just became a full-time entrepreneur on May 4th.
Okay, so, clap it up. Pause. Y'all better show her some love in this chat.
I really can't afford to slow down, so I can't really relate to.
Okay, no, that's amazing. I see a shout out from a couple of people, and Miss Ronke, shout out to Corday. So for people, tell me about, so you were working and then you like launched into the entrepreneurship thing. Tell me what that transition was like for you.
It was difficult because it wasn't something that I chose to do. I basically was let go from a job. So I didn't have a choice, okay? They just knocked me out on my big old booty, and I was just like, okay, let me get out of my little big old booty, child, and go figure this thing out, because I like to eat, honey.
But not the small booty.
I mean, it's all I got. All I got is the booty. So it was very scary. It was very scary because I'm used to guaranteed money. I'm used to health insurance and whatnot. So just trying to figure all that out. It was very, very scary. I'm not gonna lie, but I never gave up faith. I just continued to do what I've been doing. I just kicked it up like 10, 12 notches, and everything's been working out fine. I have not gone to bed hungry, and I can cut these lights on and off if I want to.
Yes.
I've never been happier, y'all. Like I've never been happier. When I was working for someone and doing all this, I thought I was the happiest. But now that I don't have to have a set alarm, listen.
Okay, so I hear though that like when you go into full-time entrepreneurship, people are like, I set my own schedule, I have so much flexibility, but that you work that much harder because you're grinding and your name is on it, and so you really want to see. So
it's not the most glamorous, you know, because you're doing it all. I mean, you do it all. I don't have an assistant yet, honey. So I'm doing it all. It's a lot that I don't care to do, but it has to be done because it is my baby. I birthed it, and I'm continuing to nurture it. So
nice. Okay, so for the people who are like, you did that, all right, can people support you? Like, talk to me about like what you would say to all of these lovely women
if they want to support me.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I mean, I have a website. You can go on there, price dash.
Give me the whole spiel. Like, hi, if you would like to support, you can find me. Give me the whole spiel. Right, I want the whole thing. All right.
Listen, if you want to follow your girl, Coach Chi, you can always reach me on Facebook, Chiquita Anderson, Coach Chi, Prize and Shine Life Coaching and Mentoring LLC on Facebook, Instagram, Prize and Shine, or my website, prize-and-shine.com. That website is for booking and purchasing Empower Her apparel. How'd you like that?
It up.
Put me on the spot, child.
But you did that. You rose to the occasion, girl. That's amazing. So for people who like want to dip their toe in entrepreneurship or who feel like I have an idea, like what would you say to them?
Research.
Okay.
You know, a lot of, like I said, people see the end result. They see what's glamorous, like, oh my gosh, that looks great. I want that. I want to do that. Not knowing what it took to get there or what we're going through while taking that cute picture. Like, so I want you to do your research, honey. That is very important. Get you a mentor. That is very important too. And don't think that you have to have like buku money or like you have to have all these things before introducing yourself to the world as that. All you need is to make a post. Eventually, the rest of that stuff will come. The website will come. The business cards will come. All the other stuff will come. Just do it. Sometimes you got to do it. But sometimes that's the hardest part is just not doing it. Just do it. Just do it.
I love it. So I want to check in. Is anybody making that their intention? Is anybody feeling like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. Like, if that is you, type do it. Type do it in the chat. I love that. So I heard you say research. So understand your market. I heard you say don't overthink it though, because you don't actually have to have the 45 things. It's just a thing, right?
Yeah.
It's just a thing. And then I love that you talk about it being a process and that it will come. I really think that is the case for me. You know, the whole thing about the Queen Within really was birthed out of a place of pain, right? It was me struggling and really like praying and being like, God, you have to make something beautiful out of this. And so I think about the scripture, he will give you beauty for ashes. And so out of all of that tumultuous season that I went through came this fervor and fire to help other women and to ensure that when people are struggling that they that they can see like, hey, here are the things that help me to heal. And so I would get up and write like affirmations and prayers to myself and be like, God is with me. Like, this is not the end. And when I look back like 3 years later, I'm literally amazed. Like, as I was preparing for this event and just sort of thinking about the process, I said my pain produced pressure, which led to power, right?
Yes.
Pain, pressure, power. I would not be here. We would not be having this conversation were it not for the pain, right? And then the pressure is like when it's hard and you like, and I've been to counseling, right? And I used to ask her all the time, like, when does it stop hurting? When does it stop hurting? Because I couldn't see a path to anything different than was before me. And so that was the season of pressure. But I also believe, like, I'm reading Crushed by T.D. Jakes, and he talks about a seed when it's planted, right? Some people say that it's buried, right? It's dark, it's cold, it's all of the yucky stuff. But some people can recognize that it's planted and something good is going to come of it. And so that's what I feel.
That's good.
That's what I feel, it's kind of like how we're here having this conversation.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I love that. Come on. You listen, I'm listening.
So for those of you who missed it, Coach Chi is rocking her Empower Her apparel, right? I'm gonna have to stand up, but let me see. Can y'all see this? I'm running.
Yes, honey, you better work it.
World. Okay, and I am rocking her apparel as well. If you want your own chance to win a gift certificate to go get yourself one of, you said like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, you see how I just made it? 13, 14, 15. You go on over to Queen Within You on IG, follow, tag 3 friends, right? And shout her out while you there.
Shout me out,
amazing.
Prize and shine.
I want to remind you that if you have questions in the chat, drop them in, and we will be sure to get to them. So, Chi, if you had to describe yourself in 7 words, what would they be? Go.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Loyal, optimistic, comical, analytical, approachable, futuristic, philanthropic.
Talk to me about futuristic. Say more.
I like to go against the grain a lot. I don't really like to do what everybody else is doing. I'm always thinking about how I can stand out. I don't like to do what everybody else is doing. Whether it's what I wear or what I'm doing in business, like I just kind of want to go against the grain all the time. So, I can't speak too much about futuristic because then I'll be sharing some stuff that ain't my shit.
Y'all better buckle up.
But just know that I'm taking on a new something with hosting. So I have an idea, and it's in the oven right now. The idea.
Okay, get it trademarked, and then you can tell it.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all, and follow her on social media. I know on IG you're at Prize and Shine.
Prize and Shine on IG, and Facebook is Prize and Shine Life Coaching and Mentoring LLC.
I love it. Okay, so finish this sentence for me. Loving myself means.
Loving myself means putting God first and then myself.
Girl, I was like pausing. I was like, oh, she did a long pause. Okay, talk to me about why faith is important to you.
Faith is important to me because at one point that was all I had. Like, no relationship, no money, no. I was very insecure in a lot of different areas. And faith was basically all I had. Faith is what got me through. So
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I can feel that.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like it's so easy when stuff is good to be like, "Ah, we good. I'm good over here." And
man, listen, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, even during some of the toughest times, even though I knew I could pray and I could talk to him and I have a relationship with God. Sometimes it was hard. It was hard to pray and to talk to him because I felt just that defeated. So
that's powerful to talk about your place of brokenness and to see it come forth as power. I love that. Okay, so finish this sentence. Believing in yourself. Man, girl, I got all of the sentences. We about to finish them off.
Homework.
Okay, right? So believing in yourself means, because it's not for you, Chi. This for the ladies.
You're right.
You're
right.
But you are participating.
It's true.
You put an A.
Come on, A. I love a good A, honey.
Okay, so believing in yourself is?
Believing in yourself is going after whatever's on your heart, regardless of what anybody has to say, because there will be naysayers. But believing in yourself is going after whatever is going to make you happy, whatever that is. That is what makes you a success after all. It has nothing to do with monetary value or the way people view you. It's about what makes you happy at the end of the day.
I'm gonna put that in my own words, which is like purpose. Are you purpose driven? Are you doing the thing that you were created to do? And I see so many people who disqualify myself, like, oh, I can't write that book. They're already, these books out there. Or, oh, I can't start my business because there's already this other business. Nobody can do it like you can do it, right? And so I always tell my girls, my babies, run your race, right? There is somebody who's in front of you, right? But everybody started with one. And she and I, tonight when we were talking, we were like, if one person comes, we're going to have the whole conversation for them. So I really, I feel that, just faithfulness over the one, and then also not being discouraged, because, we both about to be all of the things, right? So we just got to say it. 1, you got to believe it. 2, and 3, come on, 3, you gotta take some steps. What you say? Let's do it.
Listen, I say this all the time. In order to soar, you have to first leap. You have to leap first.
That's good. That might be a T-shirt. I think Brittany had a T-shirt idea. Brittany, tell us your T-shirt idea.
Brittany, you
had one, girl. It was good.
I'm for it.
And Ron K in the chat said that is biblical. Okay, why is he gonna give you all of this and you can't be faithful with this, right? Be faithful over the little things, and he will make you ruler.
Oh yes,
ruler. Oh yes. So I love that. Oh, run your race. Come on, Lauren. I might have to put that on a T-shirt. Why not? Thank you, Lauren.
Come on.
Lots of T-shirt ideas in there, and you might just see it. You might just see it. Come on. Got work?
I love it.
Thank you. I hope y'all have done the Instagram thing, because I'm about to pick a winner. You better go over there. Queen within you. All right.
Okay.
See, what do you feel like your purpose is?
My purpose is to... That's good. See, I want to answer it in a few different ways.
Okay, take your time.
Oh, because I love to help people. So my purpose would be like whatever it looks like as far as helping people, whether it's feeding the homeless or helping somebody that's in an abusive relationship get out, or just uplifting someone or encouraging a teen, or it's along the lines of help. So yeah, I
love that. And maybe that's why God gave you that bubbly personality, because you are like a people person and drawn to helping people.
I am.
So that's and I see that woven throughout as you talk about empowering women and all the work that you're doing there. I love it. Shout out to Empower Her Apparel. So if somebody doesn't know their purpose, how do they figure it out? I know I'm hitting you with all
look, this is the thing. It wasn't like I figured it out. It just hit me in the face. I wasn't like trying. When I tell you I prayed over this for 18 years in corporate, 18 years, Lord, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't like crunching numbers. Lord, I don't want to sit at this desk. Lord, I hate putting these nylons on. Lord, I know 18 years I did this. What am I supposed to be doing? Because I really love helping people, but I don't know what that looks like. It wasn't until I started to go through that marriage, how it ended, going to the counselor, it hit me. Like, it just hit me. And when I told my counselor, like, I think I want to be a life coach, he was like, okay. Like, he was even looking like, where did that come from?
He threw shade like that? Because I'm offended.
Everybody was shocked. Like, okay, you worked at Wash U for all these years, and now you think you want to be a life coach? I'm like, yes, this is it. When I tell you that stuff kept me up at night, I could not sleep. When I was eating, I was talking about it. If I'm in the shower, I'm talking about it. When I was at work working for somebody else, I was talking about it. It engulfed and I just encompassed everything that was Pride and Shine. I just could not stop talking about it. I was so excited. And that's how I knew it was confirmed then. I don't know how you're going to figure that out, but for me, it just hit me. It just hit me, and that's all I've been thinking about since.
I love that. I mean, you said so many things. Part of it is like, what is the thing that speaks to your heart? What's the thing you think about? What's the thing that you kind of daydream about? Like, if you would say money is no object, what's the thing you would be doing? And I hear you saying it would have been philanthropy. It would have been empowering people. And so I also hear you saying that it wasn't figured out, but you took a step.
Oh, yeah.
You took a step, and then like you took a step, then God met you there, then you took another step, and voila, Pride and Shine is born. So I mean, that's really powerful for me, and I know that there are probably people on the line who are like have that same tug, like there's something more, there's something else I'm supposed to be doing. So I really just encourage folks to spend some time pondering like what that is, and sort of what they would be doing. So I have another poll question for y'all. And because I'm asking all the questions tonight.
Yes.
And I need y'all to participate. Okay. So what's one word you want to carry away from this conversation? So, as you think about your intentions for next week, as you think about sort of reflecting on what your purpose is and what you want to be doing, what's one thing you want to focus on?
I voted this time.
Thank you, Chi. Okay, it say 36% of the people voted, so we just gonna wait.
Wake up, y'all.
And I just want, okay, so cast your vote. And I guess nobody's winning your t-shirt, Chi, because ain't nobody went over to IG. And
maybe they don't want to miss, maybe they just want to stay tuned in for this, and then they're going to go to IG afterwards.
So are you saying I should do it afterwards?
Yes, maybe just do it afterwards. Brittany said she did it.
Hold on, let me refresh. Hold on. I don't see you, Brittany. I do not see you, Brittany. Oh, I take it back. My bad.
She's in rare form, y'all.
I take it all back. No. Ain't no Brittany.
Lauren said she did it. Lauren did it.
Lauren did it. Not you, Brittany. I think.
Brittany, you in trouble.
Shout out, Brittany. Okay, so let me end this poll and share the results. So, Chi, I hear people saying they want to focus on wholeness and wellness, and also persistence. So, talk to people who are really seeking wholeness. What would you say? How can they get started on that?
I am still on my wholeness journey. It doesn't end just because I'm always changing. I'm always evolving. So that's never going to end. But one of the things that kind of got me on the wholeness journey is I was just tired of being tired. Like I was just tired of being in that negative space and not forgiving my past and forgiving people. And I just got sick of lugging it around. You just get tired, if you're in a bad relationship And you just like, oh, I want to leave them, but I can't. Well, then you're not tired. You know when you're sick and tired because there's no conversation that needs to be had. You just done. And I just got tired. When you get sick of being in that mindset, you'll make a change. There'll be an instant shift, but it's on you for sure. And persistence, you know, maybe you need an accountability partner to hold you accountable to being whole and just growing as an individual. It's very important to have somebody that can lift you up when you're not feeling your best.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. You are amazing.
So are you, my darling. Look, Brandy Chambers is on here. Hi, Brand. That's my Brand.
Takes pictures. How you doing? So what would be like your parting word, like your parting gifts? Like, so if nobody does anything next week but this one thing, what would that one thing? I see you with the model. Hold on. Did y'all look at what she giving us? A little side action. I couldn't even get my question out because
I wasn't even trying, sis. I was just trying to make sure I heard the question.
So if people didn't do but one thing in this coming week, what would you say it needs to be?
I'm going to challenge you to do something for yourself. Again, we're always putting everything and everybody before our own needs. And we can't be our best selves until we take care of ourselves. So I'm challenging all of you to do something nice for yourself, even if it's a little something, like getting something bad to eat that you don't think you necessarily need, but it feels really good going down, or getting your feet done, or getting a massage, or whatever that looks like. I'm challenging you all to pour into yourself at least once a week.
I love that. I love that. I think, you know, I'm hearing you saying self-care. I'm hearing you say focus on yourself. I'm hearing you say show yourself a little love. So I would welcome you all to circle back and tell me what you did. You're going to get a survey after this, and you will have our newsletter, and you can tell us like what you did. Would love to kind of close the loop there. Y'all, again, so excited to have launched the Queen Within You shop. Find it and check it out. I see my best friend on here. My best friend is like, girl, I already ordered.
Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend. queenwithinyou.com. That's queenwithinyou.com. Chi, tell them your website.
Website is prize-and-shine.com.
All right, y'all. Chat. You got like 30 seconds. Tell me something in the chat. Tell me something in the chat, and I'm going to talk to Chi. But if not, I'm giving y'all all the hugs, all the kisses, wishing you well, and saying thank you so much for joining us. Can we clap it up for Coach Chi? Give her some emojis. Give her some shout out.
Thank you so much for having me on here. Like, I had so much fun. This was amazing. This lady is so dope. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know that, but she is so dope. She is so thorough, and she is so detail oriented. Like, I love it. I just had, I get entrepreneur goosebumps talking to this one here. She's a freaking amazing. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lauren. Love you, Lauren.
All right, y'all. Signing off. Be blessed.